Well, hello, my friends. It's me, Stu, here for you with my lovely wife, Amy. How the heck are you, my love?
I'm good. I'm really trying hard not to press on our desk because our desk wobbles.
We do. We've got this beautiful new desk, and watch this. I lean on it a little bit, and it's got a little bit of a wobble. And no, that's not us nodding our heads. That is the desk giving us a little bit of a wobble. But there is something that we do every year, and it's become a bit of a tradition that has a magical way of pulling us closer together as a couple, and also has us appreciating people, the year, and all that has transpired in the last 12 months.
Yes.
It's become a tradition.
Yes. And it's become a tradition with somebody that we really think of as a great friend.
Yes.
And we actually met him before we knew
who he was.
Yes. We met him.
We knew him before we knew his legend.
Yes.
Yes. So I'm going to bring up somebody who helps facilitate the experience that we have at the end of each year that has become a annual part of our year, a tradition of sorts. Yeah. And it's become a tradition for him and the people that he facilitates this for. So let me, without further ado, the one and only Mr. Blake Fly. How the heck are you, buddy?
The lights are so bright. I'm wonderful. I'm so excited to be here with both of you. Thanks for having me in this part of the internet.
Yes, in this part of the interwebs. Okay, so I want to just take people on a bit of a journey. I don't know how many years ago, several years ago, I received an invitation from a mutual friend of ours. Shout out to the one and only Victoria LeBomb, who said, you need to go to this end of the year experience with a friend of mine. That's all I'm going to tell you. Don't worry about what it is. Just go and attend. And we didn't really know what it was, but it was in Toronto.
It was in Toronto that time before COVID. It was in person.
Yeah.
Yep.
And we went out. It was it was like a date night.
It was a date night. We didn't know what to expect. We had no idea what it was. Didn't know what to expect. But yet it was one of the most magical experiences. It was about 3 hours, and we came away from that, and we were just lit up, weren't we?
Yeah, and we've done it every year since.
Every year since. It's become a tradition, and that is Blake's Thank You Live. So Blake, we had no idea what the heck this whole experience was, and I want to ask you, like, you've created this magical tradition now, not only for us, but for hundreds of people, and I want to ask you, like, where did the idea for it come from? And before we even get there, I want to ask, what is it?
Yes, I was going to say, tell us and share with the audience, what is Thank You Live before you get into that part?
Thank You Live is the annual gratitude tradition for entrepreneurs around the world to do three things: look back on their year, celebrate their progress, and appreciate the people in their life. And I said in the first year that I would do this for 55 years. Because this is a ritual that I always want to do for myself. I never want to miss it. I don't want to go more than 12 months without doing this process. And I just ballparked 55 because that puts me kind of late 80s. I think I'll be fine. And then maybe I'll go longer. Plus 55 is just intriguing to people. So this is an annual tradition for entrepreneurs around the world. And people laugh, people cry, people smile. But the underneath to it all is it's actually a beautiful method to create connections and build a business.
Yeah, it really is. And so I want to ask you about that. Like, how did it all start?
Once upon a time, my beautiful wife, Emily, and I, we wanted to have a holiday party at our little apartment back in Toronto where we used to live. And we didn't really know who to invite. Was it school friends, business friends, family, neighbors, all the kind of Venn diagrams. And then we just thought, forget this. Let's just make a cool concept. And then whoever's into it, they'll join us. And I always wanted to host what I called a thank you party. What is a thank you party? Simple. It's a concept I made up that I've been traveling around the world speaking about for over a decade, where you fill a room with people, they write thank you cards to people in their life, and then they read those cards to each other, and then you go home. That is a thank you party. And so the first year, we did that in our apartment, and I tested this hundreds of times with like companies and university students and things, but I'd never invited people to my house, technically, metaphorically, literally to try this out and charge everybody $1 because I said to them at the end of the thank you party, after we laughed and cried and ate snacks, I said, look, this is just kind of a fun concept tonight. And this is something I plan to do forever. It's going to grow. It's going to be beautiful and massive over the years. And I'm going to charge a lot more money than $1 in the future. But I wanted to practice asking you to buy a ticket to this. So if you would all just pass me your $1 right now, then it's legit. I wanted to legitimize it with a few of my friends and close connections. And that was the genesis of it, sort of year 0 of Thank You Live. And then it became this thing where once a year, I pick a date, put tickets out online, invite people to it. And it's so interesting because each year there's more people who come that I've not yet met. And I go, oh, interesting. It's growing because I don't know these people.
I can tell you, like, go ahead, Amy.
Well, I was just gonna say, what year is it now?
We're going into year 6 right now.
So I think we attended year 2. So we've been, this will be like our 5th year doing this, I believe.
You were at year 3 and 4 and 5. Yeah. Okay. Year 3 was the time when you showed up and you're like, okay, this is either like a cult or a cool event. Let's take our seats.
But to that though, it totally is a cult because it spreads because it's such an amazing experience in a really positive way. Like you come out of that, like we always are connected at a much deeper level after the experience.
Well, I personally loved when we were there how, to go back and being grateful for what we've done in the year ahead. Because I think when you come to this time of the year, we're so set on focusing those goals for the next year and what we want to accomplish. And especially now more than ever, because COVID, I don't think will ever go away, but it seems a little better in the next year. So everyone's so forward thinking that we don't take a moment to really think and be grateful for what we did do this year and what we did accomplish this year. And I love how it's, it's not just business. It's not just goals for business. It's family, it's self, it's community. It's all those good things for the year.
Yeah. And you have an amazing way of, facilitating this experience, Blake. And I just want to take a moment and acknowledge you for that. And I believe this is why you keep seeing more and more people show up every year, because inevitably when someone experiences it, they inevitably go and tell others and bring others because it's an amazing experience to share with those that you love. This is why, Amy and I love doing it together every single year. And so I want to ask you, like, how has this experience evolved from that apartment gathering to what we experienced in person in year 3 to what it is today? Talk to us about how Thank You Live has evolved.
Well, year 0, it was a hunch. And I love hunches because it means, hey, we can't fail here. Let's try this. It'll be cool. The bar is low because the concept is brand new. So it was a hunch in year 0 and it proved to be incredibly successful. Thesis proven. And then year 3, when you two showed up for the first time, we had tested it a couple times where, okay, people had bought tickets, they'd shown up, they'd come back for 1 or 2 years in a row now. And it was interesting because year 1, again, it had that intimacy like at our apartment, because it was only maybe 40 people who could buy tickets because it was this cozy little venue. And then year 2, we tried on some new things. Truthfully, those moments in your career where you try someone you completely not, and then you go, oh, why did I do that? In year 2, I tried to make it really, 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 really businessy. I'm like, people need to leave here knowing that there were like business details in this event. And it worked, but I could tell, I'm like, nah, this doesn't have the same essence as year 1. So year 3, when you showed up, I brought it back to this place of let's just load people on gratitude and appreciation and insights and gems that they can take into the future of their life and business for the weeks and months and years ahead. And we got it back right where we knew it was meant to be. And now going into this year, it's all virtual now. The world kind of dictated that, but also last year we realized in doing it virtually, there's something so incredible about this specific event as a virtual experience because it just lends itself to to sit on the couch and have people join you. And last year was really special because there were parents there and their kids were kind of like popping in on the Zoom screen. And I always want things that I create to literally feel like a bonfire. That's always my imagery. It's like, are we feeling like a bonfire or no? And so if it doesn't have that bonfire twinkle to it, I missed the mark. And so every year now it's about how do we keep that bonfireness to this experience, but also have people leave going, oh my gosh, this was like a surprise and delight sneak attack of business tools, approaches, methodologies that are so simple and unexpected. I'm going to use a lot of these moving forward. And because I keep telling people this is a 55-year tradition in the making, every time I talk about it, people hear this is 55 years. So I'm not going anywhere. So if you're busy for the next 17 years, that's cool. Come the next 30 something. So we got a very clear road, and the vision is to, when the world gets back to some kind of normal, my creative partner and best pal in this, Peter Katz, phenomenal human and musician and facilitator, he and I would love to sell out Roy Thompson Hall, a stunning venue in Toronto. We'd love to sell out Roy Thompson Hall, make that the bonfire venue. We won't have a real fire, but it'll feel like one. And it would just be so spectacular to have people in front of this amphitheater standing on stage delivering messages of appreciation, because this isn't just gratitude for one, like sit in the gratitude. You cannot come to this event without delivering messages out into the world, and that is where it's powerful, because the ripple effect is guaranteed because it's baked into the whole evening.
Well, this is what you're truly a master at, is, connecting people to not only all the goodness and amazingness that is in our lives, but also you have this magical way of forming relationships. And this is what I got from the whole experience as well, was just seeing how you facilitated the experience and moved us into action to deepening relationships with people in our lives, not only with each other, but like with friends, with colleagues, with business partners. And as you said, it's just an amazing experience that has you all kinds of different emotions, but you come away from it just, focused, excited, re-energized. It's the perfect way to end the year and go into the new year. So let me ask you with that, Blake, I know it's coming up. Amy and I will be attending. Where do people go to register for Thank You Live?
Simple website. This little thing here. I love this logo. Oh, look. Forward, backwards, forward, backwards. The website is thankyoulive.com. Letter U. Thankyoulive.com. That's got the information. You can get your tickets there. And the event is days away at the time of the recording of this video. Though, I mean, if you can't come to this one, we only have a few decades left. But truly, there's no time better than right now to begin this tradition, because you will surprise yourself at the unbelievable past 12 months you've had, because we often forget what's going on in the last 12 months of our life. So thankyoulive.com. Get your tickets. You can virtually carpool with Stu and Amy. And if you don't see me on screen at the event, you're in the wrong virtual event. But can't wait to have you join this tradition, whoever you are.
Let me ask you, Blake, why should people come to this?
So before that, even it's on the date. If you can just mention the date for it.
This year is Sunday, December 5th.
Okay.
2021, which also happens to be my mom's birthday. So we'll probably have to give a little shout out in the event. Otherwise, I'm a complete hypocrite. So Sunday, December 5th, 7 to 10 p.m. Eastern, that's where we'll be.
Nice.
And I recommend that people not only attend themselves, but attend with, your spouse, your partner, your kids, loved ones.
Or share it with a friend and make it a friend kind of date night too.
Totally.
With a glass of wine, your favorite drinks, your favorite
right.
snacks.
Right.
On the couch.
So, Blake, why should people attend?
People should attend because there's 3 reasons why we forget to actually appreciate people in our life. We forget, we think it's weird, and we don't really know what to say. So this whole tradition is designed to be the reminder actually acknowledge your progress and appreciate your people. I'm there to say, hey, it isn't weird to do this. This is actually super powerful, innovative, and highly memorable. And people do not really know what to say sometimes. So when you're in a room of people virtually doing it together, you're just reminded that, well, simply tell people the thing you hope that they know before they're gone. And I feel like my mission is I would love to make eulogies redundant, because usually in a eulogy, it's often the first time we hear these stories about how much people mean to us. So why not every 12 months? Let's say that stuff and send that stuff so that we don't regret having not done that down the road.
And I love how, like, when we've been there at your events of the past, like you said, you take time to do it, and that's kind of put into the event. So it's not like, oh, these are suggestions you can do. It's like, okay, let's do this right now. And it's
Right.
like, you're
Oh.
doing it. There's no like, oh, I'll do that next weekend, or I'll do it
Yeah.
here. It's like,
It's
no,
carving
we're
that
gonna
time.
do it now and
Yeah.
make the time to do it with all the people that are there too. which is
Yeah.
great.
Plus there's live music for real. Like, not just, hey, let's sing a little song. My partner in this, Peter Katz, recording artist, traveled the world, phenomenal musician. It is like a Netflix production. You're going to be blown away by the live music component to this experience. It's kind of the surprise delight element above it all.
It 100% is an experience. I highly recommend you make it a part of your tradition, my friends. Go to thankyoulive.com. You see it right there. Thank you live.
No, right
Oh,
there.
no, right there. There you go.
See, look how my finger
Oh,
is right on
Right there.
Oh, that's good. That's good.
Thankyoulive.com. Amy and I will
That's
be
good.
there. It has become an annual tradition for us. It is something that we love because it brings us closer together as a couple. It helps us also, cap off the year, appreciate where we are, appreciate those we have in our lives. We end the year on a high, feeling good, feeling focused and energized and excited for what lies ahead because of this experience. So Blake's a master facilitator, along with Peter. The production is amazing. Attend the event. It's happening on Sunday, December 5th, Blake's mom's birthday, so we'll give her a shout out. But at thankyoulive.com. Amy, any final thoughts on the experience? Because you've been through it multiple times.
Yeah, no, just I think it's just the most amazing thing that you can do, like Stu said, with your spouse, by yourself, with friends, because we don't take enough time to be thankful for what we have. And as much as it's been a crazy year, there's still room to be thankful for what has happened. There are still good in what's happened in the past.
I got to give a shout out. Hello, Alina, Charisse, Corjan, Sarah Jane, Diane, Haruka. Great to see all of you. Thanks for saying hello. And okay, so as we wind down, Blake, any final thoughts on the Thank You Live experience?
Just one, which is, I'd love to ask you both a question, because it's a joy to have you both part of this tradition year after year after year. And I'm always inspired by how you two do life, how you do business, how you lead your family, how you are as a couple. So this is a question I'd love to ask, which is, what is one thing you are proud of that person? Like Stu, what are you proud of Amy for from this year? Amy, what are you proud of Stu for this year? Take 10 seconds, think about it. But sometimes we don't actually give ourselves a pat on the back or hear the one from our person. So this might cause blushing or awkwardness. Results may vary. Well, what's one thing you're proud of your person for, you two, from this past year?
You want to go first? Or you want me to go first?
You can go first if you want to.
Okay. Well, the one thing that I am most proud of you for this year is you have pushed through to do things that have been way outside your comfort zone and that normally you would never normally do. Like publish and release your book. That was way outside your comfort zone.
Book.
B, alongside of that, public speaking, which is way outside your comfort zone.
That's like way beyond.
Way beyond your comfort zone. And you did it, and you did an amazing job. And 3, the Everest hike that we went on. You did that because you love me, not because you ever wanted to. And it was very difficult. Not only the physical part of it, but like the emotional and the psychological part of climbing up this mountain in the rain, in the mud. You were hating me for moments of it. And then we all came together in the end, accomplished it. And And it was amazing. It was amazing to watch you do that.
And we're still together.
And we're still together.
Right. Awesome.
Well, for me, I think it's watching you lead your company and grow as a leader through, challenges and growing your staff and the community and bringing all your staff together to create an amazing product and amazing experiences. So, I just love how you're leading not only your company, but as a father and to our daughter.
Aww.
Well, look at
baby
this.
Kate.
Look at this. See, and that right there, that's what I love about the event. It doesn't mean couples have to look into each other's eyes and deliver moments of pride, but this will be a distant memory not far from now because you two keep just leveling up your life and your careers, and we want to capture that before this year comes to a close. So thanks for being part of the tradition. See you both in a few days at the next one. And we should all carpool when we're like 86 and go to that too, because we'll be there.
All right, my friends. So I highly recommend you come and join us. Join Blake at the Thank You Live tradition that we participate in, facilitated by Blake and Peter. You can get all the details by going to thankyoulive.com. It's happening this Sunday, which is December 5th. Make sure you get your tickets. Make sure you bring that loved one, your partner, friend,
your favorite
kids.
Drink, your favorite snacks. You keep forgetting about.
Oh, I know. I was just going to say, you are very good at remembering the drink and the snacks. Kimberly McCormick, great to see you. Kimberly, you should definitely come and join us on Thank You Live. All right, my friends. Thank you so much. Blake, thanks for swinging by. And looking forward to seeing you on Sunday.
Let's high five out of here. High five out of here. There it is. There it is. We found it. Thanks, you two. See you there.
Bye.
See ya. Bye-bye, everybody.